Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. And for those that don't know, and those who are new to this channel, I'm a man who does research and wait things out before I speak on things. I'm not even going to wait for people to come in the room. If you miss anything, you can go back and watch it later. Welcome to another town hall. In this town hall, we are going to discuss how to whitewash Black culture. This isn't the first time that I feel Black culture has been attempted to be whitewashed. And I'm going to show you some points in history where I felt as though the elders and the grandparents had the similar issue when it comes to a media representative pushing out a narrative or a stereotype or a trope of a select group of Black people in the United States to whitewash the majority of the Black culture. Now I'm wording myself right because I want to make sure I present this in a proper way. The first thing I want to do is I want to define Black culture and whitewash. And the way I'm going to do this is this. In 1960 in the United States, a group of political leaders from different places, and you can do the research if you want, it's on Google. They decided to come together to change the United States name for Black or for African descendants of slavery, for people from Africa who were stripped of their culture, who went through slavery in the United States and were called Negro. In the late 1960s, a coalition of Negroes came together and said, hey, we don't like the term Negro. We'd rather be called Black. Now, at this time in 1960, 68, 67, and up to about 2000, anyone from anywhere around the world who had melanated pigment wasn't called Black. They were called based on their nationality. So if you were Haitian, from Haiti, you were Haitian. If you were from the Dominican Republic, you were Dominican. You were from Colombia, you were Colombian. We adopted in the United States the name of the color Black as a definition of group of people. Now, no other countries have done that. That's something that came together in 1967, 68. So when I say Black, I understand the universal Blackness that we have now, but I'm speaking on the origins of the word in use in the 1960s and going from Negro to Black. Culture. Culture is the way someone lives, functions, operates, language, things like that. In the United States, we Black people don't have African culture because African culture was ripped away from us before we even got on those ships. We never connected back to African culture. We created our own culture from slavery. We took pieces and bits of all different cultures from the different people that came in the United States, whether they had a background from the Caribbean, they had a background from South America. We took everything. We took the culture we got from white culture in the United States, European culture in the United States, and we did a blend, and we put it all together, and we created a Black culture. So now I define Black and I define culture. What is whitewashing? Whitewashing is overwriting something that's already set, something that's already in place to cover it up, kind of like a whiteout, and then write your own history on top of it. So I asked this question: is what YouTube Black Voices Fund doing considered whitewashing Black culture? Well, let's talk about it, and I'll leave it up to you to decide. But for me, it leads me to believe so, and I'm going to tell you why. First thing I want to do with you guys, I want to share the screen, and I want to play something for you. Fair use, fair use. I want to play something for you guys, ladies, because I think I need to, you know, allow you guys to hear from somebody else than just myself. All right. So let's share the screen and let's play this real quick. This is from the Hero Stereotypes on Screen from the Take. Fair use.
For most of my life, I've been caught in between who I really am and how I'm perceived.
When the Oscars So White hashtag took off in 2015, it drew attention to a larger conversation around whose stories get told and recognized.
In 2016, the nominations came out, and again, there were no people of color in any of the acting categories.
But it's equally important to discuss how Black stories have been told.
The network does not want to see Negroes on television unless they are buffoons.
There's a long history of grotesque, racist caricatures depicting Black people as childlike, animalistic, or lazy.
There's a wild old man what don't do nothing but tell stories.
In order to justify slavery and the systemic mistreatment of Black people.
When you mock or belittle us, you enforce an existing system.
Versions of these caricatures carried over into our earliest blockbuster movies and remained popular on screen.
If you don't care what folks says about this family, I do.
In large part because while Black characters have always been a part of American films, Black filmmakers and sometimes even performers tended to be excluded from their creation. If we look closer, numerous anti-Black stereotypes persevere in some form to this day across our films, TV shows, and culture.
When Shonda Rhimes writes her autobiography, it should be called How to Get Away with Being an Angry Black Woman.
Here's our take on the history of Black stereotypes on screen, where they come from, and how they still influence our society today much more pervasively than you might think.
Fair use.
Cops everywhere staring down the barrel of a gun at a Black man don't see a human being. They see a caricature, a thug,
Okay, so I want to use that first one. And before we go to the next one, I'm going to break down why I feel as though that was important. Let me get back to the screen real quick. Before, in the past, without the use of Black directors, you never really get the perspective of a Black person. You get the European perspective of what a Black person is. I'm going to connect that to YouTube Black Voices Fund. Now, the people who pick YouTube Black Voices people may be Black. They may be of the Black culture from around the world, because you remember, it's a universal Blackness that's accepted now, not the definition of Black once in 1960. It's a universal Blackness. So the people who pick the people from Africa, from London, or from in your United Kingdom, from the United States, from Canada, the people who pick these creators from these and the musicians from these places may have been Black. But then you have to ask yourself, who do they answer to? Who draws the guidelines of what they have to choose from? I don't believe they're Black. I believe they're European. So regardless of who is picking the people from YouTube Black, the guidelines they have to go by are set by people who are not from the culture. Okay. Thus whitewashing Black culture. Now, I just showed you guys, it's been done before through. Hey, quiet, I'm working. It's been done before through movies. I just showed you guys that. It's been done before through silent film. I just showed you guys that. That was 2 generations ago. Let's just go back 1 generation ago. Xavier, close my door for me, please. Thank you. Let's just go back 1 generation ago. Hip hop. And with that, I want to use this next use, fair use, fair use, fair use. Let me share the screen with you guys so you guys can see. To give you some context, this is Crazy Bone speaking on a high level music executive that was in a situation. So let me play this for you guys real quick, okay? And ladies too.
He explained that the companies we worked for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments. Then he says, I remember many of us in the group immediately looking at each other in awe,
fair use,
and confusion. At the same time, I didn't know what a private prison was, but I wasn't the only one. Sure enough, someone asked what these prisons were and what any of this had to do with music. We were told that these prisons were built by privately owned companies who received funding from the government based on the number of inmates.
Mm-hmm.
The more inmates, the more the government would pay these prisons.
Mm-hmm.
It was also made clear to us that since these prisons are privately owned, as they become publicly traded, we'd be able to buy shares. Most of us were taken back by this.
Fair use.
Again, a couple of people asked what this had to do with us. At this point, my industry colleague who had first opened the meeting took the floor again and answered our questions. He told us that since our employees had become silent investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice.
Fair use.
He
Hip-hop.
assured us that this would be a great situation for us because rap music was becoming an increasingly profitable market for our companies. And as employees, we also be able to buy stocks in these prisons. Immediately, silence came over the room. You could have heard a pin drop. I remember looking around to make sure I wasn't dreaming and saw half of the people with dropped jaws.
He's reading from somebody.
My days was interrupted when someone shouted, "Is this a fucking joke?"
Fair
At
use.
this point, things became chaotic.
Right.
Two of the men who were part of the unfamiliar group grabbed the man who shouted and attempted to remove him from the house. A few of us, myself included, tried to intervene. One of them pulled out a gun,
I'm gonna split his feet up a little bit,
and would suffer the consequences of speaking out about this publicly, or even those who attended the meeting.
Damn.
I asked him, why was he involved with something so corrupt? And he replied, it's bigger than the music business and nothing we can do. And, no, it's bigger than the music business and nothing we want to challenge without risking consequences.
Listen, that's 2 generations I've shown you how get back to the main screen. That's 2 generations I've shown you how whitewashing black culture has taken place. One through film, as far as what they allowed to be shown of us as black people on the screen, what roles they allowed us to play, what perception they allowed us to be shown as to the world. The next to hip hop, the type of music they allowed to get out. So when you wonder like why, what happened to all of these righteous teachings and KRS-One and these rap artists who at one point had a big strong power and all of a sudden just cut off and they wasn't making any money. You wonder what happened? They dumped money into the artists who fit the perception that the people at the top who weren't of the black culture wanted to get out. They've done it in videos. They've done it in music. And I think this is the beginning of the third whitewashing of black culture. Now let's get to today. Let me share the screen with you guys. Let's get to today real quick. Let's get to update to YouTube Black Fund. All right. So the YouTube Black Fund is a $100 million fund. $100 million fund that is said to go out and help Black creators who are not normally accepted or get a chance to shine in the YouTube world. However, when you start to look, and like I said, I've been watching this for 3 years before I decided to speak on it. Because I'm not one that's just going to rush to the decision based on 1 year. Everybody makes mistakes. 2 years, okay, well, you're still learning. But 3 years, now that's a habit. It's not a habit, it's a reason why you're doing this. And I'm not the first or the even biggest creator on this platform to speak on this issue. You have Alba and Preach, you have Corey Kenshins, you have it's a lot of the NappyHeadedJoJoba. You have a lot, I mean, men and Black women speaking out on the exact same issue. Let me ask you this question. If I throw $100 million into a pot and I say, hey, if you act or if you fit in this characteristic that we want to show Black United States citizens and Black people around the world as, we'll give you a piece of this pot. How many people you think will change the way they move, the content they put on YouTube, the political correctness of it? You see, because they don't, you can't go after people who are financially well off and expect them to change their principles because they don't need the money. But the ones who are younger, who don't have the financial ability to provide for themselves outside of the platform, well, they can be used as a puppet to change the narrative of what the world thinks Black people are. Fair use. I'm not going to show you the stuff because because I want to down the creators. I'm not doing that. That's not the reason why I'm going to show you what I'm going to show you, guys and ladies. I'm going to show you the creators they chose for this year to illustrate a point of what I'm saying. Remember, before it was Black people on TV, they're thugs, they're gangsters, they do drugs, they rap, they do this, right? Before that, they do buffoonery, they can't talk, they can't read, they're servants, they go telling on the mountain, all that stuff. That's before. And then when the rap came, they're all drug dealers, with all this. They're not political, they don't think logically, they're reactive. And now it's Black people do pranks. Black people are all couples. Black people are all hair and beauty. And let's take a look in the YouTube Black Voices Fund Creator Class 2023 from North America, United States. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I just want to show you guys the list of people they picked. And again, I'm not speaking bad on the people because I don't talk bad on anybody Black. It's just not it's not in my soul. But I will talk about the type of creators they picked for this YouTube Black. And I'm going to show you all of them at once first. And then I actually went to the first 10 people's channel just to double check and see if any of them spoke on Black issues or issues affecting Black people in the United States. Were any of them? I checked and I was watching. I spent this whole day after work. I spent this whole day watching videos to see if they even had one video addressing Black problems in the United States. Just one. To no avail. But let's show it. Let's show it. So meet the creative class of 2022. So we have lovely Brianna. We have Beauty. Beauty. We're gonna get to Joshua Haruba. Let's create wealth together. We're gonna get to him, but I like this concept, but we got to get to who they chose and the logic behind it. But let's skip that one. Plant-based eating. Storyteller, video games. Beauty. 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 This one says commentary critic, which I would think is someone who speaks on Black issues in the United States. I just knew it was. I knew it was somebody who speaks on Black. I looked at it, I said, yes, this Black queen is going to speak on commentary issues about what's going on in the Black United States. We'll get to her page later. Again, we'll get to his page too. I just want to show you guys family. Now I do feel as though Black family needs to be shown. So this is good. I feel as though Black family is important, that Black family needs to be shown. So this was good. This was good. Couple channel. You know how I feel about couple channels. If you don't, couple channels. Interracial couple channels. Cool. I'm cool. You know I'm cool with dating whoever you want to date, fall in love with whoever you want to fall in love with. But just a simple couple channel. Mind you, none of these people so far that I've mentioned anything on the black plight of United States citizens, of Black United States citizens. Nothing on Black culture as far as past occurrences and how we can move forward. But let's keep going. Where we at? Fatherhood. This guy. Luxury lifestyle. Budget. Oh my goodness. All right. We're going to talk about this one too. Like I said, I'm not dissing the people. I don't speak negatively about Black people, but I'm pointing this stuff out to show you who the people at YouTube Black chose to be in this. And this, I can do this for all the years, but I just did this for the most recent year. I can go back and do this for the years past, and it's a similar pattern. But I just do it for this year. We'll get to baddies and budgeting. And outdoor fishing. And then beauty. And then beauty. And then beauty. And then workouts, body healthiness, beauty. And then rap. I don't know if you guys are seeing, I don't even know if anybody's still watching, but I don't know if you guys are starting to see the pattern of who they are pushing as Black creators rather than creators who just happen to be Black. But Black creators. You see, when you add that Black aspect into it, well, you have to speak on Black issues, because that's what Black is. Black isn't just the color of my skin. Black is the pain, the anguish, the success, the failures that we go through as a people in the United States and culturally, universally around the world. But we just talking, this is only United States, so I'm going to go speak on the United States people. Let's keep going. An actor, comedian, a city planner. So I looked at this one, right? I have to go more into this one. I didn't do too much research on this one because it didn't look like it fit. Build. Video games, skits and vlogs, video games, yoga, video games, food. Now, we together just went through the list, and that's it. That's all. In the United States, that's all. We went through the list of creators that they chose. None of them spoke anything in their profile about Black issues or how to move forward as a people. And just in case you guys don't believe me, because I like having the evidence in hand, we're going to go to the first 10 people pages that was on here. But I want to start with, and I'm going to start with the one I spoke about, the wealth. Because see, I feel as though this wealth could have been something that changes the perspective of what Black people are. If you had somebody that spoke on wealth, that was wealthy. God damn, how hard is that? How hard? Bruh, I'm not the only millionaire on here. There's a bunch of other financially free Blacks who applied for YouTube Black. Some people who've shown a way that works. That's they can see on their channel that it's not made up. You can see on the channel the wealth is there. You can see the teachings of the wealth there. Again, I'm not going on the person. I'm going on the fact that YouTube Black, the people who chose YouTube Black, chose this guy to represent creating wealth for YouTube Black. We're going to start with him. It's my brother. My brother. It's not about you. It's about the message of what they're trying to push out to other black people in the United States. Let's go to your page. Man. All right, I got to find it for there. Oh, right there. All right. So fair use. Just going to play a snippet of what he says. So this is creating wealth, right? This is the guy that creates wealth. This is the guy. Out of all of the creators they chose to represent Black wealth building, they chose a 20-year-old Black kid lives at home with his mother.
Here's the deal, guys. I turned 20 3 weeks ago, and I realized that is 2 decades of my life spent, gone, vanished, whatever you want to call it, with nothing to show for it, all right? I don't have a fat bank account. I don't have a super nice car. I'm still living at home. So I sat down and made a plan for myself to manage my money so I can be financially independent within the next 10 years. Meaning by the time that I'm 30, I'll have enough money invested to have the option to retire if I want to. It's crazy, I know, but let me lay it out for you step by step, and then hopefully you can incorporate some of these things into your own plan.
All right, so I noticed it. I just noticed that you guys couldn't see what I was saying. So I'm gonna go right back to the whole thing I was showing you guys. I know you guys can't see what I was saying, but I'm gonna go back to it just real quick to show you guys. And this is the group that I was saying. I know you guys can see it now, right? Let me make sure. But it's still the same. It's still the same thing that I was saying, man. I was just reading about these right here, and it's just, it behooves me to see that. And I know they say history repeats itself, right? History repeats itself again. Beauty, creating wealth. This is the one person they chose. We're gonna get to, matter of fact, next we're gonna get to baddies and budgeting. But this is the one person they chose about building wealth. As a Black man, as a representative of the Black culture, the one person they chose about building wealth, and it's a 20-year-old kid who lives by himself, but lives with his mother. Bruh, at 20 years old, I already had 2 cars, 122s. I had a place of my own. I had a career I've been at for 2 years, and I've been working for 6 years at 20 years old. But this is who they choose, the one they choose to represent Black person building wealth, to give you guys advice on how to build wealth, and he's 20 and lives with his mother. This is what they do with YouTube Black. This is what I mean, whitewashing Black culture. And there's no disrespect to you, my man. I even subscribe to him. Because I like what he's doing at his age with the idea. But this is not who needs to be representative of building wealth in the Black community. Continue. Again. Matter of fact, come here. Hey, Xavier, come here. Let me show you something real quick. Hold on. Stay right here. Come here, Xavier. Let me make sure you can see me. Xavier, real quick. Ready?
Ready.
Okay. What is it called when you make money while you sleep?
Passive income. That's easy.
All right. Exactly. This is what I'm talking about. My son is 6 years old. He knows this stuff already. Close my door, please. Thank you. But this is who they chose to represent. I can't make this up, bro. I can't make this up. I can't make this up, man. You can't make this up. But let's continue, because I got to go back again and just show you guys who they chose, because I know the first time it didn't show up, and it's nothing wrong. It's nothing towards Black people here. I'm not ever going to speak negative about a Black person. I come from Newark, New Jersey. I come from humble beginnings, bro. I grew up, no father, mother in and out the mental institution. I went to 9 schools in 12 years. I moved around a lot. Like, I come from that, so I can never disrespect a Black person. But I can disrespect what the YouTube Black is doing with this whitewashing of Black culture and what they're putting out to represent Black culture. Because this ain't it. For the last 3 years, this ain't been it. And I know people who I've told. I know people who I've told to apply, and they applied, who were in way more of a financial better position, who way more information on Black culture, who spoke out more, but that's not what they want. They took that $100 million, and again, they picked beauty, video games, beauty. Oh, yeah, we gotta get to her. We gotta get to him. But again, family, I appreciate them getting that one. They got this one right. But bruh, couple channel, come on. Beauty. Oh, this is what we're going to next. We're going to this one right here next, y'all. We're going to this one right next. Because this is another form of building wealth that they chose. Close my door, Xavier. Close my door, please. Please. Your TV's loud. Close your door, Xavier, please. Xavier. Close your door. Thank you. Okay, so this is who. Let me just go here. I know she's here somewhere. Right here. Okay, so I go to a page, and like I said, again, this is not me talking bad about Blacks. This is just showing an example of who YouTube Black is choosing to represent Black people in the United States. The videos are about stuffing money, cash, in a savings thing and budgeting in it. I watched the whole video. I'm just gonna give you guys a summary of it real quick. So apparently she has like cards where she puts money in, and every time she puts the money in the cards, in 100 days she saved $10,000. Doesn't show how she saved the money. Doesn't show any budgeting of her. I don't want to get into her thing, because as a person who understands money, as a Black person who understands money, if you put $10,000 under a mattress from the hood, come on, from the hood, we know about this. If you put $10,000 under the mattress, at the end of the year, with the inflation, your $10,000 doesn't have $10,000 worth of spending money. But see, that's what YouTube Black is cool with putting out to other Black people and saying, hey, this is what we do. This is what Black people do. This is what you should do as a Black person. It's detrimental. What's up? What's up, Xavier?
I'm hungry.
All right, where's your food? You just had McDonald's. Why'd you throw McDonald's out?
I was done.
I knew you could then, because you had it 2 hours ago. I'll give you a snack before you go to bed. All right. All right. It behooves me to believe that an educated person, not her, not saying her, but an educated person who is really for the black community will pick these people to represent wealth in the black community. It doesn't. It behooves me that this would be done, unless you're trying to whitewash black culture, because there's so many other black people that I know applied that are financially wiser than I. And you guys know I have 2 houses in New Jersey. I have a condo on the beach and a water in Miami. I have stocks. I have crypto. Well, I don't have crypto no more. I got stocks. And that's just me. But I'm gonna get off of this one. Close that round. You know, history repeats itself, and it's not at the fault. I don't feel as though it's at the complete fault of. I know we play part as black people. We play part in this, but it's not at the complete fault of us, because at the end of the day, if you throw $100 million into something, it's going to get more burn. And there's a lot of, you guys can Google it. There's a lot of people who have a lot more harsher things to say about YouTube Black than I do, because I don't have anything harsh to say about the people of YouTube Black. Just the process of how they're doing this and what I feel as though it really is. Again, like I said, I don't even have to go to everybody else again. Oh, this guy, I'm going to tell you. Okay, so this is one of the guys. I want to go to this guy, and I want to go to the girl, the woman who I just knew. I just knew it. The woman, I just knew she was talking, because it said, what did she say? Hold up. This, can you guys still see? Oh, can you guys still see? My fault. Oh, I probably can't see. Can you see still? I got to keep checking, because, yeah, you guys can. Okay. I just knew that, wait, this was lady. I'm gonna get to the guy first right here, since he's up already. But I just knew that this woman right here, I just knew that she was gonna be conscious, speaking on black issues. I just knew it, and I read it. Commentator, community, everything connected. We'll get to her next. And this is not dissing the people. This is just trying to show you guys what YouTube Black is investing $100 million into. $100 million into to whitewash black culture. My opinion, my perspective. Truth is based in the perspective. This is just my perspective. This is my truth from what I'm seeing over the past 3 years. But we're gonna get to her next. But let's start with here. This guy right here, right? So they picked this guy, right? What does he do? Let's see. Next thing, no offense to the people. I just want to show a point. Let me see. Where's that? He's somewhere. Right here. Not here. That's the beauty one. No, we're gonna get to her. Here we go. All right. So what does he do? There's a viral trend of going to the beach and playing the question game. Now, you guys know I have a property on South Beach, Miami. I'm on the water in the residential area. I go to Miami. I show you. I have a Miami lifestyle. 98 episodes. I have 98 episodes of South Beach Lifestyle Miami, where I show you all aspects of Miami and the surrounding areas. But the person they choose, and it's a lot more, is the person that goes to the beach and asks the questions. You know the questions. How many guys have you had sex with? Would you sleep with me tonight? Would you what would you do? What did you do that your ex-boyfriend doesn't know? This is what you want to show of black culture. This is what you want to show of black culture. Again, I'm not talking about the guy. I'm just talking about what YouTube Black is putting out there, putting $100 million into to push out to black people, to say this is who is trending, or I don't know, this is who you're supposed to be like on YouTube. If you guys don't see how that's whitewashing, how negative that is towards the black culture. See, if you named it anything else but black, creators of ethnic diversity, creators, but black with no speaking on black issues, befools me. And the last one, this is the last one I'm going to show you guys because I know we have 40 minutes already. This is the last one I'm going to show you guys, and I'll get to y'all questions because, like I said, I don't want this to just to be me speaking. I always go to the people who are here to see what they have to say, to see if maybe I'm just wrong. Well, no, I don't think it's wrong or right. Maybe my perspective is just different from everybody. And that's why I do this live, so I can get your perspective. Because as a black man who from Newark, New Jersey, this is not a representation of black people. No offense to the people. This is not a representation of black people on YouTube. This is not even a representation of the black people that I know that you didn't pick on YouTube Black, including. Oh man. Oh man. I wish. Oh man. All right. So we go to the last one when I told you. Again, I seen this black queen right here. You guys see what I'm seeing? Oh, my fault. Can you guys see what I'm seeing? I seen this black queen right here. And I said, man, they finally got one. They finally got one that's going to be speaking on black issues because she's a commentary and a critic for the community. The community. Black community. Black creator. Community critic. So she's got outspoken words on the black community. Yes. Just give us one and I was soup. They gave us one. They made it happen. And then I went to her page, see what she was about. Fair use. Jeez. My Sims 4 popular opinions. Okay, this is the first one. Sims is a video game. We're not even going to say it. Let's just do this. Let's go to videos. Let's go to popular ones. Close the door. Almost done. 10, 20 minutes. I went to the James Charles tour and did a refund. Sims. Beauty. Tyra Banks. Tristan Thomas. Defund Kanye. Sims. Beginning for the Sims. Stop arguing about racist black mermaids. This was the only one I saw that could have been something, but if you watch it, brother, it's not what you think it is. If you watch it, it's not what you think it is. It's when they said community, I read it wrong. I thought it was about, black community, things that's going on with the black community. Like if you go on my page, you see, hold up, real quick. I thought it was things going with the black community. Like if you go on my page, channel, go to my channel, real quick. You black community. You see me with Spike Lee. You see me talking about economical warfare. You see me talking about things with Kyrie. You see you talking about the miseducation, the lack of stuff with the black community. But it wasn't. It was video games. It was. Hold on, almost done. See, give me 20 minutes. It was video. Close my door. Close your door. It was video games. It was celebrity talk, community. It's not black. It's not black community. But this is who they spent $100 million on 3 years in a row. And it's not even a right-left thing. It's not a Democratic, it's not a Republican thing. Because if you pick people on both extremes, okay, cool. At least you pick both extremes. But to pick people who are not even talking about the issues that are mattering the most in the black community, bro, come on now. It's whitewashing. For me, my perspective, YouTube Black Fun is a whitewash of black culture on YouTube. My perspective. I'm allowed my perspective. I'm not saying anything negative. I haven't cursed in this whole video. I'm sure it's going to get demonetized. But YouTube Black Fun is literally whitewashing in this generation of black culture on YouTube. That's what it is. They're trying to put as much money as they possibly can into the black people that have the perspective that they want to get out, which is no different from the directors in the 60s who put out this image of black people who were just buffoonery and all this stuff, which is no different from the labels in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s who put out this image of rap being all about drugs, cash, women, and stuff like that. So I ask you again, before I get to your comments, I'll ask you again, is YouTube black, whitewashing black culture? To me, yes, but it's up to you. Let me get to your comments, man. I'm gonna get this done. I wanted to get this done for hours, man. Let me share the screen real quick. Like I said, once again, I'm not saying this stuff to talk bad about the actual creators because hey, you guys have nothing to do with it. You just want to get a buck. That's cool, but it's not for me because for me, I'm not trying to get a buck off of black culture if I'm not speaking on black culture. If I'm not, it's a difference. Like they said once, it was like the Wiz. I don't know if you guys ever heard about the Wiz. Was like a black version of the Wizard of Oz. That's not black culture. It's just black people impersonating the Wizard of Oz, which was a white thing. That's why the Wiz did bad. The Wiz, for those that don't know, was one of the most overspent budgets of all time. And the reason why it did bad is because you had black people trying to do a white thing versus black people being themselves. And I think this is who they picked. Not saying that you guys are not trying to be yourselves, just saying that this is the image that YouTube Black is trying to get out. Let me get to your comments and then we're gonna end this, man, because I ain't gotta speak about this again. I just this needs to be on my channel, but I ain't gotta speak about this again. All right, y'all. Okay, what's going on, man? Capricorn Way, Brick City in the building. You already know, man. What to do? What? The small hats control media. I don't know. They try to whitewash MLK and Malcolm X. I'm not that old, so I don't really know how they try to do it. But whatever came out from Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, it gave me enough information that I was able to, put it together and get something. So they didn't do a good job. They was trying to. They blackballed Crazy Bone as well, I believe. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Protect Flyboy at all costs. Be careful with YouTube. Listen, for everybody knows that when I do my YouTube videos, I don't curse. I don't do hate speech. I don't do none of that stuff. Everybody knows my daughter's mother is from Ghana. My son's mother is white American, European American. So I don't have a hate for anybody, but I point out hypocrisies all the time because the worst thing you could be is a hypocrite. The worst thing you could be is a hypocrite. I stand on principles. I don't do stuff for money. I stand on principles. Swab Prince, what's going on? Brother, I mean no disrespect, but I shared your last video with a lot of brothers about how much you need. And I thank you for your knowledge, brother. You changed a bit in me. Pause. Without that's what it is, man. Are you talking about how much you need to retire and apply to Carmen? Oh, that's dope, man. Appreciate it. Ghost, yeah, I hope you guys got to see the screen eventually, man. Okay, yeah. They pushing a lot of clowns to attract us. I don't want to call them clowns. I don't like I'm against black people disrespecting or talking bad about other black people. I'm against that. The reason why I'm against that is because we don't talk bad about other ethnicities and put them on the accountability scale, but we put our own people on the accountability scale. I hold myself on the accountability scale, but I'm not going to hold another brother, another sister on the accountability scale. So personally, I won't ever say a clown. I won't call them a clown. But it's what makes money, and it would help drive the current culture. The money, the bull. But that's the thing, though. It's not even that. The thing is, see, this was the point, because it's not even that it makes money. Because a lot of the people that I showed y'all, my Black Man's Guide, the Black Man's Guide to World Travel, the documentary series I have, has way more views than all of them. It has way more views than all of them, and then a lot of them I showed you. So it's not about the money, because if it was about the money, you would put on somebody who's making more money. But that's not why. It's not about the money, which made me think more it's about the whitewashing of black culture on YouTube. Before, like I said, buffoonery was before, then it was drugs and violence, and now it's do comedian stuff, be an actor, do dances, do stretches, and that's not black culture. I mean, it's part of black culture, yes. I think it's part of black culture, but that's not. But not talking about black culture doesn't. I said it earlier. I worded it better earlier. Ghost, appreciate you anyway. The haters gonna hate. Listen, man, I love it, man. Earn Money, what's going on? King of Santo Domingo in the building, live from Sasua. I hear you, King Earn Money. I hear you. Okay, yeah. Selda, what's going on? He ain't FBA. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I don't know his side because I didn't really do a deep dive into the people because it wasn't me going at it's not me going at the people that YouTube Black chose, but it's me going after the message that the people that YouTube Black chose over everything else is the thing I wanted to show out. Swap Prince, plant-based. Oh no, it's some nice things. I ain't gonna lie, it's some good looking women there. But it's once you put black, it becomes something completely different. You know what I mean? It's definitely some good looking women in there. But once you choose black, it's different. Yeah, definitely, man. Listen, we're not even talking about looks. We're not talking about going down anybody. We just speaking what it is, man. I mean, let's see. You see how YouTube did Young Pharaoh? I don't know. I don't know that part. Like I said, I'm a YouTube content creator. I'm not a YouTuber, so I don't do this for money. You guys know I'm well off already. I'm good. But I do this. I do get money from it, but you know, I don't really track everything that's going on. Monopoly, shoot, Monopoly Joe, what's up, man? They don't want us to be wealthy. Trust truly. Listen, man. I looked at every angle. I looked at all 3 years. What angle could make you pick this person over this person or this person? Like, was it views? No, it's not more views. Was it more videos? No, they don't have more videos. Was it frequency of posting? No, it wasn't frequency of then what was it? Oh, this person doesn't speak out on black issues. Got you. This person doesn't really give black people a real way to build wealth. I got you. You make it look like it's something, but it really ain't. It's part of the agenda for sure. They misrep. See, they're gonna call me. Oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. Oh, But see, the reason why I showed everything before, like what happened to the elders when it came to videos and directing, and what happened to the hip hop stars or the old stars. What happened? The reason why I did that and that is because I wanted to connect it to this. So I hope, you know what I mean. I hope you guys don't think of that. Roll the tape. What's going on? Salute, my brother. Roll the goddamn tape. Beach Mom, salute. What's up? What's up? No, not our people. I responded to that. Oh, okay. All right, cool. And last one but not least, Nobu. When am I flying out again? Like I said, this is gonna end at below 1 hour because it's like 4 minutes left or 5 minutes left before I can end it. But if you got any questions you want to ask in these last 5 minutes, I'm gonna make this exactly an hour or less. So when am I flying out again? This next year, I'm not going to be on YouTube the way I've been on YouTube this year. For those that don't know, I dropped a video talking about how I'm leaving YouTube next year in the sense of I'm not going to be putting a lot of edited film up here. I'm only doing like one Black Man's Guide a year now. This past year in 2022, I did 5. Before that, the most I've ever done in 1 year is 2. But in 2022, I did 5 because next year I'm focusing solely on promoting the Black Man's Guide to World Travel, the documentary, which is now a registered trademark by me. It's my registered trademark. So the Black Man's Guide to World Travel, I'm trying to take it to Netflix. I'm trying to take it to Hulu. I'm trying to take it to Amazon. And I'm going to a lot of different film festivals next year. So when it comes to flying internationally, I won't be flying internationally probably all next year. When it comes to flying locally, I'm going to Miami once a month. Every month, I'm going to Miami. So, because that's my place down there, and I'm just going to chill. I'm going to network. I'm going to do stuff like that. So, flying Miami, but I'm not going international next year. I was originally going to try to go to Thailand or South Africa, but Thailand, I'm not going to be able to go to Songkran and Rolling Loud because it's right in April. So in April 2023, that's when Songkran and Rolling Loud in Thailand is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to book my flight in June. I'm going to book my vacation in June, rather, for Thailand 2024 and for Songkran in April. So that's going to be next time I fly. Enjoyed the Malcolm X show video. Appreciate it, Ghost, man. Appreciate it, man. I tell a lot of people, like, I don't just put videos up here to get money. I don't put videos up here because I think people will like it. I put videos up here to track my history because I feel as though it's important. What's up, man?
Are you done yet?
I'm on. It's like 3 minutes left. What's up? Come here.
I'm hungry.
You hungry? How are you still hungry? Didn't you just eat McDonald's? I'll give you some Frosted Flakes before you go to sleep because it's like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. All right.
Huh?
I'm gonna give you some Frosted Flakes in like 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
Okay.
All right, cool. Let's get it. Let me see, bro. It's gonna be hard out here without the stories you have, man. Listen, man. Like I said, I feel as though I'm over 800 videos on YouTube. I'm over 800 videos on YouTube. So if you go back, you'll start to see more stuff. And I've always been this person that crafts stuff like this, editing and stuff like that. And the story times tell themselves. So somebody on the comments said that I'm a real good storyteller. But for me, it's not even that hard telling the stories because the stories be so wild. It'd be hard trying to leave out stuff that I can't say on YouTube or trying to leave out stuff so I don't give information on the people that was in the story. But I appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate it. So we got about 1 minute, 2 minutes left, man. I just want to say again, y'all, listen. I want to end it with saying this. I definitely am not talking down on the people who were selected. But as a black man, when I say black, I mean United States citizen black, was the original definition of black because we as black United States citizens don't have a country to attach to. We were 3/5 of a man in the United States. All men and women, we 3/5 of a human in the United States. So we don't have a country to attach to as black people in the United States. And we didn't want to be called Negro. So we came to a conclusion that we're going to be called black. We couldn't connect to African because our culture was stripped from us. And now the culture that we created out of slavery in the United States, and it spread across the world through a subculture called hip hop, is in jeopardy of being whitewashed again. That culture that we created, it started out with the elders, and it was film, black everything. Remember black exploitation? And they whitewashed it. Then it was music. We had Fight the Power. We got to fight the powers that be. And they whitewashed it. And it became gangs, money, bang, 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 shoot them up. And now we got YouTube, where we can actually directly impact, to show you how it is, how we get treated around the world as a black man. I can show you how to financially get to where I'm at or surpass me. And they take $100 million and they throw it at the people who don't represent the black culture by speaking up on black issues or by having the knowledge of wealth that can help others that have been proven already. So again, how do you whitewash black culture? You throw $100 million at it. YouTube Black Fund. It's your boy FRE $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Hold up. X-Man, hurry up. Come here. Xavier, come here. We got 1 minute. Xavier, come here. Come here. We got 1 minute. Come here.
Okay.
It's my son right here. My boy, we got 1 minute left.
Okay.
What do you call money that you make when you're playing video games?
Passive income.
What do you call money that you make when you sleep?
Passive income.
What do you call money that you make when you're eating McDonald's?
Passive income.
All right, yo, we out. Peace.